Jesus tells this story of a farmer who goes out. He's got a bag of seed. He's walking down a trail, and he's just haphazardly throwing the seed, right? He hasn't cut clean lines in the soil and dropped seed by seed, as many of you do who plant gardens. He's just throwing seed. And he said, as he throws the seed, these birds come along. And the seed that falls on the footpath where he's walking, the birds eat it. It's like food for them, and it's gone. Some of the seed falls in the rocks, and it gets water, it begins to grow, but soon the heat of the sun beats down and it kills the plant because it has no roots that go deep into the soil. And then he says other seed falls among thorny soil where there's weeds and other thorns, and those take the nutrients from the soil and they choke it out, and those plants die. He said, but some soil falls on good ground, and it multiplies 30, 60, or 100 times. And the disciples heard that story, and they were like, Jesus, why do you got to speak in riddles? Like, why do you got to talk with this silliness? And Jesus says, I do this because there's certain people who are meant to understand and others who aren't. But he said, let me explain it to you. He said, the farmer, the seeds he's planting is the gospel. It's the good news of Jesus. It's the message of salvation. People are going to hear this message. For some, they're going to be like, you're ridiculous. I don't want to hear your garbage, your religious nonsense. And they're just going to outright reject it. You have people like that in your life. They're just going to reject the gospel. They don't want anything to do with it. Other people, those seeds that fall in the rocky soil, Jesus said, those are people who love the message. This is great. Jesus died for me. He offers forgiveness. I want that. I want to receive that forgiveness. But when the heat of the sun or the trials of life beat down on them, they're like, forget it. The cares of the difficulties of life. It's like when somebody gets a diagnosis of cancer, they lose a job. Someone they love dearly dies unexpectedly. Those hardships they face, they're like, forget it. I signed up for this because I wanted God to do lots of good stuff for me. I wanted everything to be easy. I'm out, right? Then he says there's others who are thorny soil. The gospel roots up, right? And then pretty soon, the cares of this world, Jesus describes it as. I got to work more hours at my job. You wouldn't believe my kids' sports schedule. You wouldn't believe all the things I'm doing. I am busy, busy, busy. And because of that, their faith wanes and is left behind. The fourth soil is the good soil. I suspect if I said to most of us, how many of you wish and want to be your heart to be described as the path? Like no hands go up. How many of you want to be the one who's the rocky soil? And like no hands go up. How many of the thorny soil? None of our hands would go up. We all want to be the good soil where the gospel takes root and it flourishes in our lives, changes who we are. Jesus says this is the result, that you would reproduce 30, 60, or 100 times.